Welcome back to the lecture. I am Dr. K. Rajan Saya, Assistant Professor of Commerce, Government Degree College, Janagaon. In last class, I explained about the theory on measures of central tendency. In measures of central tendency, there are 5 methods are there. We cross the 5 methods in this central tendency. They are arithmetic mean, median, mode, geometric mean, and harmonic mean. In the previous lecture, I explained about these things. Today, I am going to use some problems on this. Here, in each method, there are 3 types of series are there. One is individual series, second is discrete series, and third one is continuous series. We have to calculate the arithmetic mean in individual series. Again, arithmetic mean in discrete series. Again, we have to calculate the arithmetic mean in continuous series. In the last class, I explained about these series also. Today, I am going to give an example problems by giving an explanation on these arithmetic mean. In case of individual series, only x variables are there. We can say that that problem is in individual series. That means only x values are available. If second thing is a discrete series. Discrete series means if the variables consist of variables, that means x values and frequencies are given in the problem, we can treat it as discrete series. That means in variable say in discrete series, x values and f values are available. See, for this discrete series, the arithmetic mean formula is arithmetic mean or x bar. X bar is another symbol of arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean or x bar is equal to sigma fx by n. It is the formula for calculation of arithmetic mean in discrete series. See, to calculate the arithmetic mean in discrete series, we have to follow some steps. We follow the steps. We can solve the problem very easily. The possibility of mistakes also reduced. So, while calculating the arithmetic mean in discrete series, we have to keep in our mind these steps. First step is find the product of f find x. First, we have to find the product of f and x. That means f into x. Product means f into product of fx means product of f into x. We can call it as fx. It is the product of fx. Second thing is that in the second step, find the sum of product of sigma fx. In the first step, we calculated the values of fx. That means the products of f into x. In the second step, we have to sum of the above products. With that, we are going to get the sum of the total products. The sum of the total products is denoted as sigma fx. Third step, find the sum of the frequencies. Here in the problem, the frequencies are given. You have to add that all frequencies. Then we are going to get sigma f. Sigma f is denoted with as capital N. That means N is equal to sigma f. In the fourth step, just you have to substitute the values in the formula. What is the formula? X bar is equal to sigma fx by N. In the formula, sigma fx is needed and N is needed. We calculated in first and second steps. We found sigma fx. In the third step, we found the N, the sigma fx value and N value is substituted in the formula. We get the arithmetic mean of that problem. Now, I am going to explain this discrete series by giving an example problem. See, here find the arithmetic mean of the following data. Here some information is given, some data is given. What we have to do? We have to calculate the arithmetic mean. Here, marks and number of students. That means 30 marks, 12 students. That means 30 marks, 12 students got. In the second one, 13 students got 40 marks, 22 students got 50 marks, 25 students got 60, 15 got 70, and 8 got 80 marks. 5 members got 90 marks. It is the problem. First, we have to assume that variables are x. In this problem, variables are marks. So we have to assume that marks are x. Number of students, we have to think that these are the frequencies. Here, marks x values are given and number of students, f values also given. See, if x values and frequencies are found, what we are telling about this series, if x value is there and frequencies are there, we can say it is a discrete series. That means in this problem, we are having discrete series information. With that, we have to calculate this information. By taking this information, we find the arithmetic mean. See, it is the solution. Just now, what I told now, x marks are given, number of students also given. So these first two, x and marks and number of students, are given in the problem only. In the problem only. What you have to do? You have to do calculate the arithmetic mean. Just before in the steps, what I told, first you write the formula. Next, take the necessary steps to do the problem. Here, what is the formula? Arithmetic mean, Rx bar is equal to sigma fx by N. It is the formula. It is the principal for x bar. We know very well what we are needed to calculate the arithmetic mean. According to the formula, we need sigma fx and n. Sigma fx and n is needed. What you have to do, first you take the product of fx. In the first row, 30 marks, 12 students. 30 into 12 is the product of x and f. 30 into 12 means 360. F, that is 360. In the second row, 13 students, 40 marks. That gives product 520. In the third stage, 22 students, 50 marks. That means the product is 1100. In the fourth row, 25 students got 65 marks. The product of these two is 1500. That means 25 into 60 is equal to 1500. In the next row, 15 students got 70 marks. The product of these two rows is 1050. That means 70 into 15. It is 1050. In the next row, 8 students got 80 marks. That means 80 into 8 is equal to 640. Next and last row, 5 students got 90 marks. 5 students got 90 marks. That means what you have to do, 90 into 5 is equal to 450. These 360, 520, 1100, 1500, 1050, 640 and 450 are the products of fx. What I told in the steps, first you have to calculate the fx values. fx values. fx values means first 360, 520, 1100, 1500, 1050, 640 and 400. In the formula, what we need, sigma fx is needed. In the second step, what you have to do, use sum of the frequency, sum of the fx values. fx is the products of these f and x. What you have to do, sum of these fx values. That is the sigma fx. Here, sigma fx is equal to 360 plus 520 plus 1100 plus 1500 plus 1050 plus 650 plus 640 and 450 is 5620. That means sigma fx is equal to 5620. In the formula, what is the formula? X bar is equal to sigma fx by n. Here we calculated, we got the sigma fx value, that is 5620. Next, n is needed. N is nothing but sigma f. F means number of students, that is 12 plus 13 plus 22 plus 25 plus 15 plus 8 plus 5 is 100. It is the sum of f values. Sum of f values. That means it is sigma f. Sigma f. if the sigma f is denoted with n. So the n value is equal to sigma f is equal to 100. Here we find the sigma fx value and n values in the for the formula. Say sigma fx is equal to 5620, n is equal to 100. After getting this sigma fx and n value, just you have to substitute the values in the formula. What is the formula? X bar is equal to, or arithmetic mean is equal to sigma fx by n. Here sigma fx is equal to 5620 by 100. That means 56.20. It is the arithmetic mean of this data. It is the average marks of the students. 56.20 is the answer. That means here first you have to remember, recollect the formula and write the formula on the paper. According to that formula, you have to create the columns. Here fx column, x column and y column, f column is given. We created fx column also in this problem. That means with this formula only we are going to create it. How much the columns are needed. We have to draw all these columns. And after getting these, we substitute the values in the formula, we get the answer. For this example, the average marks are 56.20. It is the answer. It is the answer. That means these 100 students average marks are 56.20. It is the answer. It is in discrete series is over. Next, I am going to tell about the continuous series. Arithmetic mean in continuous series. How to identify this class intervals? How to identify this whether it is in continuous series or in discrete series. See, class intervals and frequencies are given in the problem. You have to think that it is in continuous series. The identification mark is class interval and frequency. You have to say that it is continuous series. If x values and f values are given, what you have to do? In which series it belongs? It belongs to discrete series. If class interval and frequencies are available or found in the problem, we have to think it is a continuous series problem. For calculating arithmetic mean in continuous series, there are three methods are there. There are three methods are there to calculate the average, to calculate the arithmetic mean, to calculate the x bar in continuous series. First one is the direct method. Second method is the shortcut method. Third one is the step deviation method. These are the three methods in calculating arithmetic mean in continuous series. In whichever the method, the answer is same with these three methods. whether it is in direct method, or it may be in shortcut method, or it may be in step deviation method. Now, I am going to give a example problem in discrete in continuous series with direct method. See, before going to entering into direct method, I am going to give the formula. The formula is that arithmetic mean is equal to sigma fm by n. Formula is x bar is equal to sigma fm by n. It is the formula. To get this arithmetic mean in continuous series, we have to follow some steps. What is the first step? Find the mid value of the class. What I told just before, continuous series means the class intervals are there. You have the mid value, you have to point out the midpoint of the class interval. That is, m is equal to L plus U by 2. L is lower limit, U is upper limit. In continuous series, the class intervals are there. The left side is treated as lower limit and the right side is treated as upper limit. In that class, you have to merge these lower limit and upper limit and took the average by making by 2. Next, multiply the m with f and find the product of f. First step, you have to find the mid value. In the next step, you have to multiply the m value with respect to frequency. That means f into m is the product of fm. The first step, the m value is not given. You have to identify you have to find the m value. In the next step, you have to multiply the m value with respect to frequency. That shows fm. In the third step, you have to find the total of sigma fm. Sigma fm. Find the total of sigma fm. That means in the second step, products are there. Whatever the second step products are there, you have to add all these. You are going to get sigma fm. In the fourth step, just you substitute the values in the formula. What is the formula? Arithmetic mean is equal to sigma fm by n. Then we get the arithmetic mean. It is the arithmetic mean in continuous series in direct method. Arithmetic mean is equal to sigma fm by n. Now, I am going to give you a problem and on this continuous series in direct method. See, in the problem, first two lines are the problem. For first, class and frequency. Class is 10 to 20, frequency 5, 20, 10, 20, 20, 30, 30, 40, 40, 50, 50, 60, and 60, 70. These are the class intervals. Frequencies are 5, 15, 25, 30, 15, 10. That means here class intervals and frequency values are given. You have to calculate the arithmetic mean. In which method we are going to do this problem? We are going to do this problem in direct method. In direct method. In the previous problem, what I told, first you have to note down the formula for arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean is equal to sigma Fm by n. Here, to get arithmetic mean, sigma Fm is needed and n is needed. How we are going to get sigma Fm? Here frequencies are given, but m value is not there. In the problem, class interval and frequencies are given, but the m value is not given. So what you have to do, you have to find the m value first. Now, the steps what I told, first you have to find out the m value. That means mid value. Mid value is equal to lower limit plus upper limit by 2. For first class, 10 is the lower limit, 20 is the upper limit. That means 10 plus 20 by 2. That is equal to 30 by 2 is equal to 15. First class mid value is 15. In the second class, 20, 30. Here 20 is the lower limit, 30 is the upper limit. Lower limit plus upper limit by 2 is equal to. That means 20 plus 30 by 2 is equal to 50 by 2 is equal to 25. That means second class mid value is 25. For third class, 30 plus 40 by 2, that gives 35. 35 is the for third class mid value. 40, 50, 45, 50, 60, 55, 60, 70, 65. 60 plus 70 by 2 is equal to 130. 130 by 2 is equal to 65. These are it is the mid value of 60 and 70. What we did earlier, just I calculated the mid values. Here, F value is there, M value is there. In the formula, what it is asked, sigma Fm. Fm means the product of F and M. That means F into M is equal to Fm. In the first row, for the first class, frequency is F is equal to 5. Mid value is 15. So the product of F and M is 75. That means 5 into 15 is equal to 75. In second row, the 15 into 25, this gives 375. In third row, 25 into 35 is equal to 875. Later, 30 into 45 is equal to 1350. Next, 15 into 55 is equal to 825. Next, 10 into 65 is equal to 650. Here it is the product of Fm. The product of Fm values are 75, 375, 875, 1350, 825, 650. If you add these Fm values, we get sigma Fm. That means 75 plus 375 plus 875 plus 1350 plus 825 plus 650. That means the sum of these products is 4150. 4150. Next, N. N means, what is N? N is the frequencies, the sum of frequencies. The sum of frequencies means 5 plus 15 plus 25 plus 30 plus 15 plus 10. If you add all these frequencies, we are getting 100. It is sigma F. Sigma F means that is the N. Here we got sigma Fm value and N value also. What is the sigma Fm? Sigma Fm is equal to the product of Fm values. The sum of the product of Fm values. Sigma Fm is equal to 4150. N is equal to 100. Here sigma Fm value is there, N value is there. In next step, you have to substitute these values. That is sigma Fm value 4150 and N value is 100. With that, we write it as 4150 by 100. 4150 is the sigma Fm, 100 is the N. So we are getting 41.50. It is the answer of this problem. It is about continuous series in discrete series. In this video, what I told, discrete series and continuous series. Calculation of arithmetic mean in discrete series and calculation of arithmetic mean in discrete series in direct method. With this, we completed our problem. So today I am going to stop here only. Thank you.